Hey all, I'm back from my vacation so I can get back to narrating these Wi-Fi battles. This is a battle against Fulham, a person who is frequent on my stream, so he seems to always get snubbed when it comes to my random.org, randomly selected challengers I use from the stream. But this time he actually did get it, and this is an OU match, which I believe this was actually a wild card match, so the challenger got to choose the type of battle. He chose OU, but he came in with a team that looks to be mostly UU, if not all UU. I would feel bad about that, except not really, because he wanted the OU match, so I'm going to give it to him. Anyway, he leads off with Ezelf, and I just, when he goes for a rain dance or something, I just go kill him with Trogdor, and that's pretty awesome, because Trogdor is actually doing something. Alright, so here comes a Kingdra, and obviously I know it's going to outspeed me, because I know it has Swift Swim, so I'm just going to go into something that I can take the water move, hopefully, and even with the resistance and the massive special defense, Ferrothorn did not take that Hydro Pump that well. I mean, it took just under 50%, which is quite amazing considering, that he's supposed to be one of the greatest special walls in the game. Regardless, I just set up the leech sheet on the switch. He ends up going into Heracross. I'm going to switch because obviously I do not want to take a close combat or, well, most things from this thing. So I just go out into a Gyarados, and I just do that because I predict the close combat and I just can get off the Intimidate, and hopefully won't take that much from the close combat. He ends up doing a decent chunk. That's because my Gyarados does not have much defense investment, but that's okay. After the Leech Seed and the leftovers, that Heracross, well, that damage is negligible. So he's going to switch out here, and he goes out into Flygon, which I don't really know what kind of Flygon this is. I do go for the Stone Edge to try to just surprise him and kill him. What was I predicting? I must have been predicting something. I guess I was predicting a Kingdra or Azumarill switch. But regardless, I'm going to switch out now because I'm afraid this might be, well, even if it's not a Scarf Flygon, it's probably going to be able to use a Stone Edge on me before I get to move. And he does go for a Stone Edge, and my Scrub Brush actually did not take that well. So it kind of leads me to believe it might be Banded or something, but regardless, I go into Scrub Brush. I'm just going to go for the Hidden Power because it's Hidden Power Ice, but he predicts that and goes out into Magneton. Because he frequents my stream, I'm pretty sure he knows pretty much this entire team, because I've been using mostly this team in OU, because, yeah, I only have one team, and I need to make more, and that is coming. Next stream, maybe, I will have a different team. We'll see. Anyway, so this is a Magneton, and I'm just going to go for the Earth Power, and, yeah, that does break the sub that he tries to set up on the switch, and he's just going to go for the Magnet Rise, hoping he's faster, but he's not. And there is a reason why he hopes he was faster. That Magneton seems to be a max speed timid, sorry, that Flygon, no. That Magneton seems to be a max speed timid set, so yeah, it's going to actually surprise me later in the match. So yeah, I just go for the Flamethrower, and yeah, he goes into Flygon, so that's a pretty good prediction. I still think he's going to outspeed me, even though I am timid and max speed, so I just decide to go back out into Gyarados, get off the Intimidate. He goes for the Stone Edge again. Nice prediction there, because I go out into Gyarados, and I could stay in with Gyarados here, but I decide just to switch back into Nidoking, because I want to save Gyarados for later, and I'm pretty sure I can take the Stone Edge fairly well after the Resistance. And yeah, I'd only take 19% from that, so that's not too shabby. Now, I do have the Ice Beam, so I know he's going to switch. I mean, there's no reason, because he knows I have Ice Beam. So I just go for the Earth Power, and just because I figure it's a good stab hit, and I'll see what he goes into. Ends up going to Azumarill, and the Azumarill takes decent damage. Looking back on it, maybe, well, I couldn't have risked him staying in. So, yeah, that's not a bad hit there. So, he goes for an Aqua Jet with the Azumarill, but he's just going to hit Gyarados, who does not take very much thanks to the Intimidate and the resistance to water. So now I'm just going to go for the Stone Edge, figuring he's going to switch, or even if he doesn't switch, I figure Stone Edge will do damage to the things I think he's going to go into. Oh no, I go for the Waterfall. Okay, never mind. I thought he was going to switch. I thought I went Stone Edge there, but apparently I did go Waterfall. And yeah, I get some decent damage to Magneton, and Magneton is not a particularly fast Pokemon, but because he's timid and max speed, he's going to outspeed my Adamant Gyarados, which is pretty nifty, and yeah, it looks like he knew he was going to outspeed. I mean, obviously, Adamant Gyarados, I mean, Gyarados has more base speed than Magneton, but this Magneton is very fast, and it can surprise a lot of Pokemon, that surprisingly faster than some Pokemon. Anyway, so I go out into Trogdor, and I'm just going to set up the Dragon Dance, I think I do. And, yeah, and then I'm just going to go for the Fire Punch, which is going to crit the Flygon that's coming in. So that's pretty nice for me, and that's going to take out the Flygon, and that's a, well, let's just say a very nice Very fortunate thing for me. Anyway, so now he goes into Kingdra. I know I can outspeed because the rain's not set up, so I just go for the Dragon Claw, and that is a dead Kingdra. So, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. Maybe he was thinking he might be able to outspeed, but no. Yeah, I don't think so. Or maybe he was hoping he could live a single Dragon Claw. And there, see, I still not quite used to Fairy types, and it kills me there. In my defense, though, I did not forget Fairy type is immune to Dragon. What I forgot was Azumarill is now a Fairy type. I did not know that until this battle. See, I really should be paying attention more, but I just didn't know that Azumarill was a Fairy type. Anyway, I go out into Scrub Rush and miss the stupid Azumarill. And, well, that makes me sad, and then because he's going to be able to kill Scrub Rush. So now I go on to Masamune, because I do have the Shadow Sneak, I figure I can just finish it off, so that's what I do. Azumarill gone, and that's at least good for me, after that Azumarill just kind of killed, like, 2 of my Pokemon. Well then, here comes Magneton, and, yeah, he's going to outspeed Masamune as well, thanks to being timid, but I know I could live the Thunderbolt, except I don't, thanks to a crit! Yay! Well, I was kind of hoping I would live and just go for a Sacred Sword, but obviously that did not happen. So now I go back into Nidoking, who is timid as well, so it can outspeed the Magneton. That is a dead Magneton, no matter how you slice it. And his last Pokemon is Heracross. I figure I should be able to outspeed unless he's Scarfed, and he does end up being Scarfed and go for the Earthquake. However, the Earthquake should not be enough. Enough to take care of my Therathorn, who it's only neutral against it. So yeah, I should be able to come in here. I just go for the Leech Seed because I figure if he's not Scarfed, and I'm 99. Well, actually, I know for a fact he's Scarfed because Heracross should not be able to outspeed Nidoking, I think. I don't know. Regardless, I just go for a Leech Seed, and he is Scarfed. He keeps going for the Earthquake instead of a close combat, and yeah, he ends up getting a crit there, which scared the crap out of me because if I didn't get the kill here with Gyro Ball, that would have been a 3 at KO. But because I do get the kill there with Gyro Ball, that is good game. So very good game, Fulham. Actually, you used a pretty much completely UU team. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's one OU in there. I'm not really too familiar with the tiers right now. They seem to be in constant flux. But, yeah, that was a really good match. It came right down to the end. Some minor hacks both ways, but, yeah, good battler there and frequent on my stream, so I always happy to battle a legitimate fan. Anyway, today's question of the day, let me think. Okay, today's question of the day is, yeah, if you could give a evolution or mega evolution to any current Pokemon, which Pokemon would you give it to and why? So you can really say any Pokemon that doesn't currently have, 3 stages or mega evolution. So I'm just going to go with Delibird because that's an obvious pick, and I always feel bad for Delibird because I always thought it was a cool mon, but it really needs an evolution or a mega evolution, something to make it not suck so bad. I mean, Delibird has by far one of the worst base stat distribution of any fully evolved Pokemon. I mean, it doesn't even evolve, but, that's the point. It really needs something. It needs something. Its highest stat is 75, and that's its speed. It doesn't have, second best stat is 65, which is special attack. It's frail. It's just bad. It needs something, and they could really do something cool with it. So, yeah, leave a comment about what Pokemon you would give a evolution or mega evolution to if you could. You can even say if it's a mega evolution or even if it's regular evolution. If you would change the stats, or what kind of stats it would have, and what kind of typing it would be. I mean, I think Delibird would probably stay ice flying, but yeah, leave a comment and later.